already.
So we're back with episode 3 of the Highrish Times podcast, and there's just 2 of us on the panel tonight, Dainty Boy and myself, AJ. We have a few topics to go through, but just a reminder that the Highrish Times podcast and hirishtimes.com is all about having just a grown-up conversation about cannabis in Ireland and globally, legislation and so on. We know that currently it's illegal to purchase recreational cannabis in Ireland, and all of the sort of retail elements that, and tax and so on that go around that. That doesn't happen here. But medical marijuana is available in very specific cases. And yeah, the podcast is just a bit of crack, listening to the having a chat about the news and stuff. And how else would you describe it, Dinty? Just having a bit of a
I think just what you said.
Yeah,
just what you said. Now it is. It's just a bit of a get together, a chat, give personal opinions mixed with what we've heard, what we've read. If we've read up on anything, or we could be just giving a genuine opinion. It's just a bit of banter, a bit of a chat, and hopefully kind of get a better understanding how other people feel as well. If we get more people on, starting to get comments in, stuff like that, and just even for ourselves to open up our own eyes, because we have opinions, and maybe our opinions can be changed.
Absolutely, yeah, and we research a lot, don't we? I mean, we're inquisitive, curious people, as I'm sure many of society are, open-minded. So yeah,
and just a shout out to Chair as well, our usual Chair. Yeah, he's not here.
He's not here at the moment. No,
he might drop in.
Yeah. So there's lots in there's been some articles in the news in the last week or two, it's the end of January 2021, last week or two, about the government's decision to begin a medical cannabis access program later this year. Very welcome news, but important questions still need to be answered. So there's still some news around just what will be happening in terms of medical marijuana in Ireland. And there is a Cannabis Regulation and Control Bill 2021 on Monday, I think it is. What date will that be? I should know that already.
1st, is it?
On the 1st, yeah. Good man.
Good.
Yeah, so
that's the public discussion, is it?
Open forum, yeah. I think it's a Facebook Live type thing. I'll bring up the details in a minute. I'm just having a swig of water.
Yeah, I read something brief about it the other day. I definitely want to try and get a listen to that.
I think we'll put a couple of posts out around that time or over the weekend, just to sort of remind people, because we have got a bit more of a following on Instagram. There does seem to be a little community of people, and I'm sure there'll be lots of people attending that. But yeah, I just wonder, is this sort of thing, do people take it seriously, or do they just think that there's just a bunch of stoners who, what do they know type thing?
Yeah, on the majority, it's there. There's that side of it. You seeing comments on Twitter and stuff like that when Ming Flanagan or anyone kind of posts something pro legalization, you get comments about, all right, stoner. That's a typical thing a stoner would say, or whatever. So there's
and people are calling him Ming the Merciless as well, which
doesn't. Look, the thing is, I do see. I think if it wasn't something, look, I'm quite pro legalization too. So I think, if it was a different subject, I could be easily one of those people kind of making those accusations too. That kind of way. But
yeah, I get that.
It's difficult to say, but. I don't know. In this day and age, though, and the way things are, I think more and more people are open to it and not thinking in that sense. But there's still a mass majority, I think, majority of people are saying stoners.
Yeah. So is it one of those things where we were talking the other week about the fact that it needs someone with, and I hate to say it, more clout, or it's one of the more major parties to actually.
Yeah, so look, there was one of these things I seen Well, I don't know if I sent it on to you. I think I'm pretty sure I did. And it seems to be a post that's posted by a lot of people. It's like a video clip of a former police officer in the UK who campaigns about legalization and how more harmful it is to have it, to make it illegal and to make it, criminal activity. And the fact that every time they post these pictures of a drug bust, it looks like they're claiming, oh, look how great we are and look what we've seized, when matter of fact, and he's saying, and every police officer knows it, that it's a lie, and it's just for publicity. And the fact of the matter is that does more harm in the sense that it creates turf wars, and it creates a bigger issue just by doing that seizure and putting the public to. So he's going around and he's out years doing it. I can't remember his name. I'll get his name. I'll send it on to you. I'll even do it while we're chatting. And that his video of him talking about this gets posted, and every time someone mentions, on social media, anything to do with this, they post his video
last week.
Yeah, I can't remember. But so I guess to your point though, AJ, is you were saying someone with a bit more clout in the UK, and I know it's the UK, it's not Ireland, but that just to say you're right. Something like that, someone in a really good position defending it, that's not a fucking stoner, and that's going to be looked at in that sense.
Well, look, as you were saying that, I was looking for something else, but I found Stephen Donnelly, the health minister. Is he the current health minister, Stephen Donnelly? Don't know. Fianna Fáil, TD. Anyway, article from July 2020 on the Irish Mirror. Now, take that with a pinch of salt, perhaps, but he hinted at experimenting with other substances while he was at college, admitted to smoking cannabis, and the title of the article is Health Minister Stephen Donnelly smoked cannabis in the past and is open to legalization. And yeah, we talked for a while, didn't we, before, about how revenues would potentially increase, mitigating the fact that the black market is rife and the gangs and so on, or it might even bridge a gap between some of the gang warfare and the police are going to leave people alone a bit more, perhaps, or even you might find these sorts of street dealers wanting to get involved in the industry as well. It might be a good chance at that. We talked this week, interestingly, about another sort of seemingly negative issue that perhaps surprisingly could be resolved by legalization, in that smoking cannabis at a young age can damage your IQ. Now, I didn't fact check that. I didn't go into whether or not, which neuroscientist that they could actually pin down to say that. But the fact that it's in the media, it's been published on a fairly big paper, fairly big news website in Ireland, got us thinking, didn't it?
It's a statement, isn't it? Made a statement there. So,
and I wouldn't be surprised if it does damage your IQ if you smoke it regularly at a young age.
I mean, that's the thing. And what was my response to that when you mentioned, you brought that up or you posted it? And what I said was, yeah, but have they done a study if it was alcohol instead of, if they changed the substance? And I didn't look into it. And Chair posted some sort of, I had a quick look to see what it was, but it was some sort of study to do with alcohol and whatever. I don't know if it was children or whatever, but the thing is, of course it's going to fuck them up.
Yeah.
That's why I said it. Don't be giving it to them. Don't let them have it. What the fuck are you thinking? Why you even bring it up?
Yeah. Why even bring it up? But I think I was like, oh no, this is gonna hurt the. I thought this is a bit of a blow, because the narrative, the voice of the article, if you like, the sort of the undertone of the article is that one of a negative connotation towards cannabis.
Yeah.
It doesn't say, well, of course, studies have shown that cannabis is as dangerous to youths as alcohol, or more dangerous or less dangerous. It has no other information to substantiate. But if people just skim read the headline, there's nothing there to substantiate or compare other intoxicants and how they are treated, how they affect. Even over-the-counter medication, you give a child too much paracetamol as a kid, then that's going to probably damage their kidneys or livers. Or
if you give it to them on a regular basis, the way they're saying is using cannabis on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Look, exactly, and that's the thing. Like, if cannabis was never even a subject, or whatever, just say all of a sudden they say they didn't do that they didn't do that test, or they didn't publish and put on social media. Say they had done on alcohol, no one would have it wouldn't have hit social media. No one would have gave a shit. It wouldn't even be thought of, because we're so used to alcohol. Such a fucking, it's in our lifestyle, we're grown up that it's been there and it's always been there, and it's okay to do if you're an adult. You're brainwashed to be on that mindset. Whereas, then all of a sudden they come out with this study to do, and it's straight away highlighting weed, highlighting marijuana. It just says, look at this, even though it's not saying it in those words. It's like you said, it's putting that negative connotation on it, saying, look at this does if you give it to kids.
It's contrary in its sort of undertone. There's a subtext of negativity there. Why don't they change the narrative on it? Why don't they say? My interpretation, what am I trying to say? My reaction to it was, well, surely if it's regulated and there isn't a huge black market in it, then wouldn't that allow us to control the age limit to which people can buy it? And I know Chair last week said, well, you only want to have a 25 age limit on it because you're fucking old, or whatever he says.
All right. Yeah. Look, but I think it doesn't matter whether there's an age limit on, or if it's legal or not, or if you can buy it in a shop. The fact of the matter is, if they want it, they're going to go out and get it. Right. So, and if you put an age limit on it of say 21 or 25 or 20 or whatever age limit that is, at least they won't be buying it from there, because they can't, because they're not old enough. They're still going to buy it from the street the same way they're going to buy it if they're able to get it, or if they want it, they're able to get it.
Only we might have some tax revenues to be able to pay the struggling health services.
Yeah, let's be sensible. Let's be sensible. Like, common fucking sense here. You don't sell it to fucking children. And if they're going to end up with it, they're going to end up with it anyway, because look, they're doing it now. And it's illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop faffing about and just fucking common sense. Let's make some money here. Let's tidy up the black market just a little bit. Let's just take that fucking, even if you can take a bit away from the black market, would you not fucking do it? And in the same time, earn some money, get the government, taking money into the country, making the country stronger, providing fucking jobs for people in the country. How many jobs is it going to generate?
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at the number of people who, hemp farmers' licenses have gone up.
You do, and if you look at any other countries then, AJ, that then start to legalise it, and then you look at maybe imports and exporting, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, there's just so much to be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, look, we sound a bit pro here.
I am pro. Look, I am pro. Try to be biased, but you can't, or unbiased, but you can't, right? So I can't in that situation. I look, I'm open-minded. I look at things with a common sense, and is it the right thing to do? Does it make sense? Things like that. And it's not because I like it and I want to do it and make it easier for me. It's not like that.
I'm trying to be objective about it. I'm trying to think of it in terms of, is it a good thing for society? No,
but look, the thing you do, AJ. You try to be objective, and you say to yourself, yeah, you have to. It's at the end of the day, this is a substance, and what is unfortunately there is a thing called substance abuse. That just happens to be one other thing that someone, But look, there's also alcohol can be enjoyed by adults that don't abuse it.
Yeah, yeah, like all these recreational drugs.
Yes, but look, my point is though is
caffeine, nicotine.
Yeah,
alcohol.
so you got to be smart, and that's me being open-minded. I'm not fool. I'm not. It's damaging to young people to smoke, to ingest or to take it or whatever. On a growing brain, it is not good. Even on the growing brain, too much of anything is bad for you. So look, like I said, it's common sense.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. No, it was like we said. Oh, well, I've said before, and I've just repeated. It's what I've heard and what I agree with. It's just been demonized. And then you're brainwashed to believe that. That's just the way of life. When you grow up, but you're born into this society where it's demonized. It's illegal. You shouldn't do it. So that's the way you think. But the thing is, you've got to be open-minded as well, then, to kind of see differently and say, look, it's not the case. You've got to just moderation.
Yeah, and I think. The voice of the pro-legalization movement needs to have answers and needs to have information that can be quickly and easily understood by a broad range of people. Because to stop people just dismissing it as being stoners, they need these ideas around how it could help society and ideas around how it can do all of that needs to be communicated effectively and easily. Otherwise, people are just going to carry on dismissing it. Well, the people who could be persuaded or you could see the positive effects. The message needs to get to them and it needs to be understood on all sides. So I'm just here. So Gina Kenny, TD. Tweet. So it's the 1st of February, 8 p.m. There'll be a hosted online public meeting titled "The Case for Ending Cannabis Prohibition in Ireland." So Dr. Garrett McGovern, Natalie O'Regan, Dr. Orflith Campbell. How do you pronounce that? Irish dictionary. Orflith? Orla?
Oh, sorry, Orla. Yeah.
Is it Orfhlaith?
Oh, F.
Orfhlaith. Classic. Campbell. Luke Flanagan, Amy P, Jared Rowe. All welcome. So that's 1st of February. Doesn't give the flipping address or anything. Let's see.
They want the Popo arriving.
Like that march.
Secret meeting.
There was
we'll find out on the day.
Yeah. Well, there was a march, wasn't there, in last summer, around the Wellington Monument.
Sorry, AJ. Sorry, mate. I need to. I didn't realise my battery's really dead.
Well, we could wrap it up in a sec now.
No, well, I'm just thinking, can I help me charge my phone? And
stream.
No, well, look, I've got 10%. It'll last. Sorry, right, go on. Go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, there was that march in every year. There's a march in Phoenix Park, isn't there? There's a Free the Weed major. I don't know.
Maybe I know that I didn't know it was a regular thing. Yeah, but I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a yearly thing. Irish cannabis news. I'm just trying to find.
I wouldn't be there associating myself with those stoners.
I know.
I wouldn't be caught there.
Apparently, there were lots of green clouds around that time. That means.
I bet you there were no fights.
There were no fights. I bet you there was very little rubbish left lying around.
Well, maybe some sweet wrappers.
maybe some
empty packets of Monster Munch.
Some biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, look.
But yeah, no fights. no people getting glassed, no cans lying around. There might have been the odd can, but they would have been left there by accident rather than
yeah, they're just being forgetful.
forgotten.
Exactly.
Yeah, rather than through just negligence.
Being a dick. Exactly. Yeah. Look.
Well, look, I think we'll wrap it up there. But it's been a nice chat. I really want to find this link for the Facebook. Do you know what? We'll stick it on the Instagram and Twitter and Facebook anyway. So yeah.
Cool.
Nice one. All right.
Been great. Take it easy.
You too.